in the early 90s, I drove to Los Angeles to move there. And when I very first landed, there was a music conference, and I worked in the music industry, and this conference was at the Roosevelt Hotel. And it was packed with all these people who worked in hip-hop industry, and it was hundreds and hundreds of people, and the elevators at the hotel kept on getting stuck. So you would wait forever to get an elevator, and then 30 people would jam onto the elevator and it would take you forever to get to your room. And my friend's room was on the 10th floor, and I had just moved there, so I was only visiting her at the hotel and going to the conference. So we went to get on the hotel to go grab something for her room, and we got on the elevator, and no one else got on the elevator. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I hit 10, and I hit the button to close the door, and the doors closed on the elevator, and I was like, that's great. We don't have to stop all the way up. And the elevator went to the 10th floor and stopped, and the doors did not open, and then it free-falled, and it fell all the way to the bottom of the elevator shaft, and it hit the springs, because it was an old building, and the elevator went, and I was like, what the hell? And I looked at my friend, and we were alone in this elevator, and it had mirrors all in the inside of the elevator, and I'm looking around, and all I can see was myself, like, panicking, and then you could hear the elevator, tick, 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 and it went all the way up to the top of the hotel, and boom, fell again, and it did it 3 more times, and I am screaming at the top of my lungs, and everywhere I look, I see myself screaming and also laughing, and my friend is laughing her ass off, and I grab the emergency phone, and I'm waiting, and it's ringing, and they say, Hotel Roosevelt, and I'm like, we're on the elevator, and won't stop, and we're stuck, and I'm freaking out. And my friend grabs the phone, she's like, we're on the elevator, and it's not stopping, and so they finally, it stops on the 3rd floor, it just stops, and the doors open, I leave my purse, I leave my coat, I don't have anything, I jump off the elevator, I'm like, oh my God, and I'm like, I need a drink, and so we walk down to the lobby of the hotel, and as we get to the lobby of the hotel, there's people that are all surrounding the elevator bay, and they're like, you can hear her screaming every time it goes by, and then the elevator doors open, but there's no one on the elevator because I have not knocked. So I go into the bar and I get a drink, and I'm like, well, we still have to go to my friend's hotel room, right? We never made it to the room. So we walk up the stairs to the 10th floor, and I'm trying to calm down and relax, and I'm sitting on the bed, and all of a sudden the TV starts turning on and off by itself. And I was like, what the hell? And I looked over to my friend, she was in the bathroom, and I'm like, are you seeing this? And then the lampshade starts going swing, 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 swing. And she pokes her head out of the room, she's like, oh my God, what's going on? I was like, it's an earthquake, right? I pick up the phone, and I'm like, what's going on? Is that an earthquake? And the hotel operator says, the ghosts have been very active today. And I said, okay, thank you, bye. And I hung up, and I said to my friend, bye, see you later, I'm leaving. And so I left, and I went back to my house where I had just moved in. And she calls me the next day, and she says, did you see my airplane tickets before you left the hotel room? And I said, no, I didn't see your airplane tickets. This is one of the airplane tickets for paper. She said, I put them in the drawer right next to my bed, and I can't find them anywhere. I said, I don't know, you better go to the airport and get new airplane tickets. So she goes to the airport, they get their tickets reissued, they come back, they go to sleep in the morning, the airplane tickets are in the drawer next to the bed on top of the Bible. And she was like, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here. And as they were leaving, her boyfriend, they were having a big argument. They couldn't find his hat. Where's my hat? Where's my hat? She's like, we gotta go, we're gonna miss the flight. We gotta get out of this haunted hotel. And he turns to shut the door, and there's his hat on the top of the TV in the middle of the room. And I later learned that this hotel is haunted by Marilyn Monroe.
I'm sure there are questions.